So we've been through a hell of a lot so far. We've looked at creating arrays, we've looked at viewing arrays, we've looked at manipulating and comparing arrays. Now, number 5, which is if you have an array of numbers, sometimes you might need to sort them. So we'll go sorting arrays, make a nice little heading here. Beautiful. So let's have a look. Have we still got random array? Somewhere we created this. Okay, wonderful. Now, if you wanted to recreate this, how would we do that? So let's go equals np.random. Now, this is full of integers, so we want rand int, and we want up to 10, and we'll give it a size of how many? What's the shape of random array? I believe we could tell this by just counting the rows. 3 by 5. So let's see. 3 by 5. Wonderful. 3, 5. So we'll just recreate that. If you don't have it, otherwise you can just use the one that's saved in memory. We recreate it for completeness. Wonderful. Random array.shape. There we go. So now what if we wanted to sort the numbers in this array? Well, NumPy has a function called np.sort. We're going to check Shift Tab to see what it does. Return a sorted copy of an array. And this is A is the array. Wonderful. So if we pass random array in there, what's it going to do? It's going to sort the numbers on each axis. So if we see this first one here, this first array, 1 is now on the very left. 5 comes after that because it's the second highest. Then 7, then 8, then 9. Wonderful. So now let's keep going. NumPy also has a method called argsort, and we're going to see what this says. Returns the indices that would sort an array. So sometimes you might not want to sort the values. Instead, you want to figure out which index has the highest value. So let's do that. We'll pass it random array. Wonderful. Getting a bit confusing here, having all these different arrays. We'll see random array again. So we've got random array here. We're calling argsort on it. So this is going to sort the indexes. So 1 is the lowest, so that's got the 0 number, yep. Then 5 has got 1, yep. And then 7 has got 2. Wonderful. Okay, so this is sorting the indexes for us and telling us what order they would come in. So let's see our trusty array A1. We'll see another example of that. np.argsort, nice and simple. So we can see this is already in order if we use argsort. Okay, so this is the order that the indexes would come in. 0, 1, 2. Makes sense. What if we wanted to find the minimum number? Where the index where the minimum number comes from. We can do argmin. A1 is 0. So the minimum value in A1, argmin, the index it appears at is 0. We can do the same with argmax, where we want the max value of A1. 2. What if we did argmax on our random array? We'll review our random array again. Argmax, random array. We want to know where the maximum number occurs in one of these arrays. So let's see what happens. Let's do a Shift Tab first, actually. Returns the indices of the maximum values along an axis. Okay. 4. Well, what axis is that on? Well, that doesn't really help us. Let's go axis equals 0. Ah, there we go. So this is going to give us the maximum values along axis equals 0. So this is 1, 1, 1. So index 1 has the maximum value. I think axis 0 is going to be for the rows. Let's figure this out together. Argmax, see, this is where I get confused as well, looking at different arrays and trying to sort them out axes. What happens here? 4, 1, 1. Okay, so this is going in the columns, I believe. Ah, so this is where we're getting confused. So we have here, this is position 4. This is the highest number. Yep, so axis 0. Then we go on position 1. We have number 9 here. Yep. In the row 3, the highest is 1 here, so 5 is in that. So then on the flip side, we just went down vertically. Now if we go down horizontally, which is what axis 0 is, across here, we have 1 is the highest, and we're looking at these 3 numbers. So yep, position 1, yep. Then we have 1 again. So 0, 1, 2. Yeah, that's position 1 there. Then if we go here, we have the max is 4. 0. Yep, 0. So that's where it takes a little bit of practice of just typing out commands like this and viewing them and then working it out for yourself. I've been doing this for a while now and I still get confused with different axes of NumPy array. So don't fret if you're having trouble going, oh, which axis is this related to? Which is that? Sometimes viewing arrays like this gets a bit confusing until you actually type out a command and then go retrace the steps back through. So what else do we have? Well, I think that'll probably sum it up for sorting arrays. Now, the beautiful thing about NumPy is that all of these functions you've seen can be used across any ND array. So don't worry if it all seems overwhelming that we've been through in terms of manipulating, comparing arrays, sorting arrays. Have a play around, create some of your own arrays and manipulate them, try to sort them, try to do dot products on them and whatnot. I learn the most when I just try to make some things out of numbers, and a practical example really helps. So before we wrap up the NumPy section, let's have a look at a practical example.